The roots of democracy are many. We can see them in the traditions of Greece and Rome and in judeo-christian traditions. Let's break them down. Greco-Roman contributions, the blueprint for democracy. The Greeks were the OGs of democracy, particularly in Athens. They came up with direct democracy, where citizens, women, slaves, and non-Greeks could vote on laws directly. Key ideas from the Greeks: rule by the people, demokratia, people power. Public debate and philosophical discourse. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle all talk politics like it was the original Twitter. Citizen participation in decision-making, some citizens. The concept of natural law, Aristotle's idea that laws should be based on reason, not just rulers' whims. The Romans took this and upgraded it into a representative government, the Republic. Instead of direct democracy, they had elected officials like senators. Key ideas from the Romans: separation of powers, executive, legislative, judicial, like the US government today. Rule of law, no one, not even the emperor, was above the law, at least in theory. Elected representation, though the elite dominated the system. The Roman Republic, before it collapsed into empire mode, showed that democracy worked better at a large scale with representatives, influencing later governments like the US. Judeo-Christian contributions, morality and equality. Now, enter the Judeo-Christian tradition, which didn't invent democracy but laid the moral foundation for it. Key ideas from Judaism and Christianity. Moral laws apply to all, 10 Commandments, baby. Human dignity and equality, the idea that all people are created in the image of God, big for later democratic ideals. Justice and compassion, caring for the poor, widows, and the marginalized, proto-social justice vibes. Limits on rulers, biblical prophets often called out corrupt kings, an early check on power. Christianity also emphasized universal equality, which played a big role in later democratic revolutions. Think of the Declaration of Independence. All men are created equal. Very Judeo-Christian in spirit. The fusion, how they shaped modern democracy. So democracy didn't just pop up one day. It evolved as these ideas merged. The Greeks gave us citizen participation and direct democracy. The Romans gave us representative government and legal systems. The Judeo-Christian tradition gave us moral law, human dignity, and equality. Together, these influences inspired thinkers like John Locke, Montesquieu, and the Founding Fathers, shaping modern democratic principles in places like the US, Britain, and France. Conclusion: why it still matters. Without the Greeks, we wouldn't have the idea that people can rule themselves. Without the Romans, we wouldn't have structured representative democracy. Without Judeo-Christian values, we wouldn't have the moral argument for human rights and equality. Boom. Now let freedom ring, Murica.